Tonight, months after a judge dismissed charges against 3 men charged in the death of a 10-year-old. Now 2 of those men are in jail accused of hurting someone else. KCTV5's Betsy Webster is live for us now at the Wyandotte County Jail. And Betsy, these are the men who had been charged in the death of Machole Stewart, right?
Well, that's right. Those charges had been dismissed. I'll tell you, though, that those 2 men have not yet been charged with what happened yesterday, but they were arrested and placed here in the jail along with 2 others for a crime described as, quote, causing bodily harm with a deadly weapon.
Every year since 2014, family members of Machole Stewart have gathered outside the KCK home where she was killed during a drive-by shooting in October of that year. The 10-year-old was inside the house watching the Royals in the postseason with her mom. Finally, in September of 2017, almost 3 years later, these men, Tommy Benson, Cedric Sanders, and Donald Martis, were arrested and charged with her murder. Machole's grandma had this to say at the time.
I hope that these charges stick. I want each and every last one of them to stay in jail for the rest of their lives.
But less than 4 months later, in January of this year, the trio had preliminary hearings, and the judge ruled there was not enough evidence to bring them to trial. They were released, but the judge left open the option of trying them later with more evidence or witnesses. DA Mark Dupree issued a statement saying, "It is our hope the community comes forward with additional information and be willing to come to court." Now, Benson and Sanders are in jail again, booked last night for hurting someone else. A total of 4 men were arrested for the crime, which happened yesterday. We've asked police what led up to those arrests, but they have yet to respond.
Now, Machole's grandma has been outspoken in the past, but said she didn't want to comment on yesterday's arrests until she knows if the men are charged. They are currently just being held in jail on what's called a 48-hour investigative hold. Now, based on when they were arrested, that means that the Wyandotte County DA has until about 7 o'clock tomorrow night to either charge them or let them be released. Live in Kansas City, Kansas, Betsy Webster, KCTV5 News.